Okay, we are back in the studio.
All right.
Welcome back. It's always great to have you in
It's
here.
good to be back. This
Yeah.
is like I said, a nice little tradition we've
Yeah, because
established.
this is, what, fourth?
I believe
I
so.
think it is, yeah.
Because it would have been after South America, after Europe,
Yeah, you did.
and then after Africa.
Yeah, and now Thailand.
But I was here last year after India, so maybe this is
Mhm.
number 5,
Is it really?
or maybe 2 of those were combined. But
Yeah, I'd have to go back.
yeah, 4 or 5 though.
Yeah. Well, it's always great having you in.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. So Thailand this time.
Thailand, yeah, I started in Thailand. This was sort of the shortest trip I've done of all those that I just kind of laid out. I was only away for about 10 weeks, so that's for my standards for what I've usually done.
Yeah,
for
because
the
you've
past
done way
years.
longer than that. Right?
Yeah, like usually it's 6 months.
Yeah.
My biggest one was almost a year and a half, kind of like straight. So this was a little bit shorter, but I had a return flight back from Bangkok. So my original plan was kind of do
Yeah,
kind of
you usually wing it.
I usually wing it. Yeah, this is another thing. This is one of the only other time I did something like this was in Africa, where I was like, okay, I'm starting in Nairobi, I'm finishing in Cape Town, on this day or whatever it was. So this was kind of similar. It's like I knew I had 10 weeks to fly out of Bangkok, so it was kind of a little bit, yeah, not like there wasn't an itinerary, but it was a bit structured. Of
You
like,
had an end date.
yeah, I had an end
Yeah.
date exactly. So and then by the time I got into the north, I found out that it would be impossible to cross between Cambodia and Thailand. There's a bunch of it's kind
Civil
of a
war going
yeah.
on or
There's a
something?
bit of a conflict with military and political conflict
Yeah,
there.
stay away from that.
I usually am attracted to that. It's like I'll go check it out. Like we're going through Ukraine and everything just out of curiosity during the
Yeah.
war. But I talked to a couple people and they're like 100% you will not be able to cross there. Land borders are completely closed. And I mean, I've heard that so many times, of course, traveling through COVID and everything, but this was very like clear.
It's
It was like,
different.
yeah, it's different. It's like you won't be able to cross there. So if I did that, because I kind of had an end date, I would have had to figure out something on the fly.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I just kind of took my time in Vietnam, and then I finished in the south of Vietnam rather than going through Cambodia and back to Thailand. So yeah, it was pretty good. It was
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
So have you been to Thailand before then?
I mean, I was there when I was like 21 years old.
So yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, a long time ago, kind of in the party years, like
Yeah.
full moon parties and like
Oh yeah. I
yeah.
had friends that go there and say it's on the beach.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
So that was my Thailand experience, whatever that was, like almost 20 years ago, 18 years ago. So this time I didn't even actually go to the south. Like I landed in Bangkok and then just went north. So that's kind of like in the mountainous region of Thailand.
Yeah.
And obviously didn't go to really any like the backpacker spots or
Yeah,
anything.
you stayed
so
off grid.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a very different kind of
Did
experience.
you
going
plan
through.
the route to ride before you went? Or you just landed and went off you went again?
Yeah, exactly. Off I went again. Like didn't plan anything. Just assembled my bike in the parking lot. Turned my tire north. I was like, I'm gonna go up north. I'll find a way to cross into Laos. Like kind of when I get closer there.
Yeah.
So I ended up. The only plan I had when I first landed was Danny Adams.
Oh, yeah.
So his dad lives in Thailand.
Oh, nice.
Who's still living there. So I kind of got in contact with him. So I went to stay with him, who lives in the north of Thailand. So I was like,
That must have been a trip kind of seeing him.
It was cool.
I haven't seen him since
so I actually
high school.
no, I actually saw him when I was in Thailand.
Oh, you're 21.
When I was 21 or whatever. He was living in the south then. So he's been there for 20 years or so.
Yeah.
So it was cool to kind of see him again. And then after that, I just
Off you
kind of
went.
exactly like crossed into Laos and then didn't really have a plan. And especially when I found out I had extra time, I was like, I don't have to rush back to Bangkok.
Yeah.
I can really take my time through Laos and Vietnam and everything.
So same setup, new bike, new gear at all?
No, same bike.
The green one?
Yeah, the Green Lantern.
Green Lantern.
Still rebuilt again. I
Yeah.
think I'm creeping up on about 100,000 K on that thing.
pretty good.
So it's been pretty solid companion. I mean, other than that, like pretty much the same gear. Small tweaks here and there, but like I've kind of got it.
You got dialed in.
I've
now.
got it dialed in and
You
like
should know what you're doing now.
yeah, I figured out a few things. But it's more of like I mean, I can adjust and kind of play with different stuff, but it's like I've just found that what I'm comfortable in and what I thrive in is just like less gear, like
Yeah.
minimalist setup.
So it's are you your setup then, like your bike and everything else, like is it like mid entry kind of in that world? Like,
Yeah.
because obviously you don't want to go to the cheapest, but do you want to spend thousands of dollars, for the high end stuff?
Yeah. No, mine's definitely mid.
Yeah.
Like mid, almost even I want to say lower, but like
Yeah.
definitely mid would be like
Affordable.
generous. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, and even like I want to say like downgraded it in a couple ways. For example, after I was in Africa, I took out the hydraulic brakes. Like it has hydraulic brakes on it, or it
Okay.
did,
Yeah.
and I actually swapped those out for just old school cable
Cable.
style. Yeah, before I went to India, mainly just because it's like, man, if something happens with hydraulic brakes, you're kind of
You're stranded.
you're kind of screwed. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't be stranded, you just couldn't brake.
Drag your feet.
Yeah, pretty
Drag
much.
your toes like you used to.
Exactly, yeah. But more like if something wrong goes with it, you're not going to find a bike shop in the middle of, the middle of mountains.
But
It's
you
gonna,
can find cables
Totally.
or a nut or something
Yeah.
to, hook
yeah,
on.
and like you could find someone who'd be willing to help you. Like a little local bike shop would be able to weld something or do something in order to give you some temporary brakes.
Yeah.
And also too, just stuff like that. I don't know, I'm kind of really interested in being very reliant on myself. So it's like,
You kind of have to be in this situation you're putting yourselves in.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's like the more stuff that I can tend to, or I can deal with when it comes up, the better. So
Yeah.
like I said, if brake line or hydraulic brake line starts leaking, I'm like, I can't do anything. I don't have the tools for this. Whereas like a cable breaks or something, you can probably rig something up on the side of the road that'll get you somewhere.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm quite excited about as well. Just like keeping everything manageable in my setup.
Yeah. I guess when it comes to like your bike, are you ever worried about like it rusting or anything because of so much moisture in these areas?
Not really. Like,
No?
I mean, my bike does have a bit of rust on it now, the frame.
It should.
Yeah, it should. But like, relative to how far that thing's gone and like the extreme climates it's been and everything, it looks pretty good. Like, like this thing's been through, India took a toll on it. I remember
Yeah.
like even in India, there was a couple times where it's like, there's just cow shit everywhere, right? And like a couple times I got sprayed with cow shit, and like there'd just be remnants on my bike for months on end. I'm like, oh yeah, that's when like.
Well, it takes you back to that moment when
It really
happened.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
totally.
rewinds it a bit.
So I don't really wash my bike or anything until I'm back. But when I do, it's like, man, this thing looks still pretty good.
A nice little quick wash, and you're like, it's brand new.
It's good, brand new, yeah. And of course, I'll redo the drivetrain and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as like and it's steel frame, so like if something does crack on it, I could weld it, or
Yeah.
well, I couldn't, but I could find someone to weld it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so far it's hanging in there.
That's good.
And I even thought about this year of like upgrading to like a new bike. I wanted to maybe try something maybe in the upper tier of like a belt drive. They have bikes with belt drives now. So there's no like it's all internal gears. So you don't really have to maintenance them. You don't have to worry about lubing the chain or anything. You just kind of
Let it do its thing.
you just go. Like you don't really have to worry about like I said,
Yeah,
maintenance or
chain
anything.
slipping off. And,
Exactly. Yeah. Or it damage. It's just like everything's compact. I was like, I think I've earned this. It's like I think
Yeah.
I've done enough. But then again, I thought about it. I was like, that's not why I'm doing this. Or like I'm not doing just for the ease of it. So it's like I really enjoy having this kind of setup that needs a little bit of tinkering here.
Well,
and
the
there.
simple setup works for you because you find yourself in these odd places around the world where if you have something kind of too advanced, like you were saying earlier, you're going to be like, how the hell am I going to fix this now?
Yeah.
If it's the technology's kind of greater on it or something like that.
Yeah. And another reason too is like, I mean, I wouldn't say the reason I do this, but like one of the main things I get out of this is just really like the connection with the people, like with the locals, sticking off of the tourist trail, like rural areas where they just don't see people like me. They don't see tourists. They don't see, white people. They don't see like a weird white guy on a bike, and just like to connect with those locals, and like either having a conversation with them or not, but just like showing that like I'm doing this with a pretty basic setup. I'm not
Yeah.
like, this fancy, a very expensive setup with a bike. It's like this
They
is
can understand
yeah,
your bike versus being like, what is that thing? If
exactly.
some electric bike pulls up, like, what the hell's this?
Totally,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like they see like even the small things like cable brakes. It's like, oh, yeah, my bike
Yeah,
has cable brakes.
my son's bike has that.
Yeah, totally. So it's like it's a nice thing to. I call it kind of like the equalizer. It just instantly kind of puts you in a really relatable world to a lot of the, like I said, a lot of locals that you come across and that see you.
Yeah. So you land in Bangkok,
Hmm.
and where do you go from there?
Go north. So like I said, I went into the mountains of northern Thailand, and then I crossed into Laos, which is it's a bit of a trip when you do that because on Thailand they drive on the left side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you cross to Laos, they drive on the right side of the road, which is kind of funny. Um, but yeah, it's a big change between Thailand and Laos. It's pretty.
Because isn't Lao kind of like the party area? I thought
No,
Lao was.
there is a part in Laos that's like a really party area. At
Yeah.
least it was when I was there last time. That was like I think that was the only place I went to when I was in Laos,
Yeah.
just going to the party area. But this time it was like I said all through the mountains in the north. It's an absolutely stunning country.
Yeah. It looks beautiful. Anyone that I know that's gone there, like, you got to go there at least
Yeah.
once.
like the mountains and waterfalls, and it's pretty difficult on a bike because the roads are it's very poor condition roads.
Just dirt, gravel.
Yeah, dirt, gravel,
potholes
massive
everywhere.
potholes, but like massive hills. So it's
Mm.
like you're climbing, 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 and then when you go down, you kind of have to be really careful and go slow because it's like the road's just in such rough condition that you can't just fly
Dealing
down.
with traffic on these roads a lot, or are they kind of off grid that much?
A little bit. No, sometimes you are, but not. It's never a massive, like not a busy road or anything.
Mm.
Sometimes like anywhere else in the world, like these massive climbs, I like try to grab onto like a semi truck or something that's going up the hill and like tow you up. And it takes a lot of the it takes a lot of the effort
Yeah,
off.
no kidding.
So, but no, there's not too much traffic. But like I said, the road's
It's rough.
it's pretty rough, and like you're not like the food and everything options just aren't. It's not there's not an abundance of choices or anything like Thailand or anywhere else. It's kind of when you're off in the rural areas of Laos, like you're pretty limited with what you can get.
So I guess are you riding through like little villages and stuff like that, like
Yeah.
constantly, or is it pretty just forest?
No, little villages,
Yeah.
pretty much everywhere. Like there will be some stretches that are, pretty
Dense forest.
yeah, but most of it you're just kind of riding from one small village to the next. Sometimes there's barely anything. Usually there's like a little local market, so that's where I'd go and buy some food or buy a couple things.
Yeah.
But like this place, I wasn't cooking that much either because it's like there's all these villages kind of usually you can find, and like the food's really obviously cheap, and so I didn't cook that much there. I cooked like a few times, but I was more experimenting with like going into local markets and like just sitting down with locals and like pointing like, yeah, I'll have that.
Do you just approach locals, or are they coming up to you, being like, "Who are you?"
A bit of both, yeah, definitely a bit of both. But what I was a little bit different this time was like I had a data plan the whole time. Usually I don't have a data plan at all.
Translation. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. Google Translate. I never used it so much as this trip.
Super handy.
It really is because like you can just have pretty like not as fluid as a conversation as this, but you can talk pretty
90%.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it's obviously a bit of stop and go, but it's not like you're typing out this message and then like
Yeah.
showing it to them. It's you can have a sort of a conversation. So
Yeah, because I
it's-
know there's like glasses you can have now translate in real time.
Yeah,
Like just instantly.
I know it's pretty crazy
Yeah.
how that's going.
Yeah.
So that was kind of interesting to just like I said, connect more with that in this foreign place
Yeah.
because I haven't had that really since like Latin America. I mean, I speak Spanish, so it's so easy to like connect with locals there.
Mm.
But then my last few trips, like India, there's a bit of English, but like, yeah, you're always kind of a little bit limited with how far you can go with English.
Yeah. I guess when you're meeting locals and stuff, like what are they asking you? Like, is it pretty standard, or is it kind of a little different questions in each village?
It can be really depending on
Yeah.
on their village. Sometimes they don't really know that much outside of their like little community, so
It's kind of nice these days, probably.
it really is like they don't know what's kind of going on in the world around them.
Yeah.
And there's a real kind of honesty, and like it's really kind of genuine to meet people like that. So sometimes when I tell people like, oh, I'm from Canada, they don't, you can tell it's like they don't want to look dumb, but they don't probably know where that
Oh,
is. They're like,
yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah,
okay.
one of those.
It's like they were probably expecting me to say like USA or Europe. Like that's probably maybe their extent of, where they know white people come from.
Yeah,
So it's kind of interesting to like, I don't know, not necessarily like be an ambassador of my country, but like maybe explain a little bit like, oh yeah, I'm from here, and like I've cycled from here, like from Thailand, and
you
I've
show
done
a
this.
map almost on your phone, like you're here,
Yeah,
I'm here.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah. And they're just like, wow, like that's a very far distance.
yeah.
And then I'll like scroll over. It's like, well, here's what I did before this. And
They're
it's like,
like,
what? Yeah, it's pretty funny just to see the constant reactions of kind of it's like shattering people's.
well, yeah, because you're trying to put yourself in their mindset, but it's so foreign to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they know nothing, or not nothing, but minuscule of the outside world.
Yeah.
So you try and talk to them like you would not talk to me, but maybe someone else around the world that might get it a little more.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh yeah, you guys have like the most like basic stuff. Like, oh yeah, you wouldn't even
Yeah.
know of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. But there's this really, yeah, it's kind of a beautiful thing to see that, right? Like this
So
innocence.
real and raw.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
much so. And the one thing too, it's like I'll notice is like wherever I am, like whether it be like the small village in the middle of Laos, like in the mountains, or massive populated area in India or whatever, it's like there's just such beautiful people everywhere. Just like
kindness.
super kind. It's just like this universal thing that humans have of just like being kind and nice and open and generous. Like
Yeah.
it's just such a interesting
They're
thing to
not
see.
corrupted yet.
Yeah, exactly.
It's sometimes better not to know what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
It's like being a kid.
Exactly.
Right? Like you have no idea what's happening, and you shouldn't.
Yeah.
You should just, enjoy playing with your friends and playing with your sister and that type of stuff. You don't want to introduce them yet to
Yeah.
what the world can be really like. So it's, yeah, like you said, it's very genuine.
Yeah.
It's very real.
And it's nice to see also that's like, as I said, like a lot of these people, like they're not too familiar with what's happening outside their little town, yet they all have that same kindness. They all have that same generosity, meaning it's like those are the traits that's like inherent in us, right? It's like this other stuff that gets piled on and kind of takes away from that selfishness and like that,
Yeah.
whatever that, how you're gonna fight, like combat someone, or you're gonna argue with someone or whatever it is. But it's like at the pure base of our human being, there's just like kindness and
Like materialism.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That gets stuck in people's head too, right?
Exactly.
Like I need this. I need this. Like, do you really?
Yeah,
Like these people probably don't have a lot,
yeah,
and they're probably happier than most.
very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
see
you
that.
find that in kind of lower poverty around the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it doesn't have this kind of pressure and
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
it's-
got to make it to work, got to do this, got to make this much money. Okay, we got to pack this. We're going away this weekend. I got to work here. And it's like, ah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's the what's it called? It's like called the Red Queen effect. Have you heard of this? So it's like I think this is reference from like Alice in Wonderland, but it's like the faster you run, the further away you're gonna be in the sense. So it's like a treadmill, and the faster you run, it's like you're gonna have to keep up that speed, or else you're gonna fall back.
Yeah.
So it's like the more you crank up the speed, it's just the faster you're gonna run, but you're not necessarily gonna get that much closer.
Yeah. There's Katie's parents' house down in Palm Springs. There's a clock there, and it ticks away. And then there's a guy walking, and he just walks and walks and walks. And you're just
Okay.
like, yeah, that's interesting. Like, for some reason, that clock really, like, I like that clock
Yeah,
because you're just walking through time, and it just keeps going, like you said.
yeah,
Same speed if you can maintain it, but life gets busy and it speeds up. Or like another analogy that I have is always like if you're driving down, say 16th Avenue, once in a while you need to take a side road. That's
Right.
like, going on your bike trip, or, going to Kamloops, or go hunting, go something. Don't forget once in a while that you got to take a side road
yeah,
and get off the rush of the freeway or the rush of 16th Avenue or whatever it is. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
Like the pressure of life crunches down sometimes.
yeah,
And you're like, whew, this is getting heavy.
yeah. And you gotta like take the little detour.
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
gotta
wow, this is a really
gotta take the side road. Never driven down this road before.
Yeah.
Oh, it's quite beautiful down
Yeah,
here.
I didn't.
Like,
I've
ooh.
driven past this 20 times. I've never actually seen this. Is a
Yeah,
really
I'm sure there's
peaceful
roads
place.
in Langley I've never driven down.
For sure.
Right? And you're like, fucking, what's down here? Wow, there's some really nice houses down here. This
Yeah.
is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, you know, but stop and smell the roses, right?
That's
Classic line that we've heard our whole lives, right?
Yeah,
But
but a lot of wisdom in that. A lot of truth.
it's true though, but you don't realize it until you get older.
Yeah.
Like, and you're in the thick of it, and like what happens to me is like I'll be running, you know, and then all of a sudden I slow down, then all the emotions catch up,
Mm,
and then you're like, oh shit, you're like, my head is spinning.
yeah.
You're like, oh, got to get away from that. And
Yeah.
you slow down, it hits you again, and you're like, okay, maybe I need to slow down.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because I think that's where like a lot of people get mental problems from, and anxiety and all that type of stuff, is that you're just constantly going 100
Yeah.
miles an hour, and then you slow down and it hits you like a ton of bricks.
Yeah,
You're
it's like this-
oh shit.
Conditioning gets
Yeah.
gets really concreted in your mind and your
With
being.
keeping up with the Joneses, or whatever you want to call it, keeping up with society,
Yeah.
right? But most of it's self-inflicted, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Right? Ego gets involved.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is one thing for me I found. It's like it's just such a it's such a break from all of that. Like any type, all like, you know, the pressures of life and society, all this stuff. It's like I'll go on my bike for, like I said, this time it was
10 weeks. Or
10
whatever.
weeks, relatively short time. It's just like the day that you land there, the day I get on my bike, it's like, whoa, it's just like this wave.
Pure joy.
It's incredible. Just this freedom and like this, like, is it tapping into this, this well-being, this goodness, this joy, this inner child. Where you're like, wow, this is what life is about. Like, not necessarily like traveling Thailand or something on a bicycle, but just like this exploration in whatever way you can.
Yeah, it must be a really interesting feeling, because I feel like most people that go on bike rides are in a general direction. They got to get there, got to make the time.
Yeah.
Where you're just leisurely.
Yeah.
Like, do you find yourself ever rushing at all, or you just go, oh shit, what am I doing? Like, this one may be a little different because you had a deadline.
Yeah.
But maybe on your other trips, you're like, I'm just going.
Yeah.
I don't need to be anywhere right now.
That's right. I mean, I have that mentality. Like, I don't really need to be anywhere. However, I do really, at times, like, enjoy moving, like going towards something, or not even necessarily going towards something, but like moving fast maybe, or like drinking a strong coffee, getting all amped, and like, I'm going to crush 100 kilometers before
put on
lunch.
a good playlist.
Exactly.
And off you go.
It's so much fun. So yeah, there is times that like I'll look on the map and be like, okay, that's 120 kilometers. Like, I'm going to get there today. And there's kind of like this mini mission.
Self-competition.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Just like this kind of fun little side quest of like, boom, I'm going to get there. And then, of course, there's days where it's like, oh, yeah, I have nowhere to be. Like, I mean, I never really have anywhere to be. But it's like, yeah, I'm going to chill out at this beach all day. Or like, I'm going to accept the next invitation I get and see where it takes me, into a coffee shop or someone's home or whatever it is. So there's still that openness. But like once in a while, it's kind of fun to be like, I'm gonna
see what you got.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna crush this part of the country like quick, or like I'm gonna get through this.
That's good to have. I think that's healthy.
Yeah.
If you're just not dragging your feet, but stumbling all the time, do. Once in a while, I think going, the 100K, you're like, let's go.
Yeah.
I need to push myself a little bit here.
Yeah, and
make sure I still got it.
Exactly. Yeah, I still got it. And also, it's like for me, it's fun. Like I enjoy biking, right? So it's like, I mean, I shouldn't even say I enjoy biking. Like I don't bike here. Like I don't.
You don't ride at all here?
Not really. Like I do it for work. Like take some people out on bikes, but like I'm not a cyclist. Like if it's not how I exercise at all.
You don't
like,
want to annoy people on the road.
Exactly. But I don't have spandex or like I'm gonna crush like a whatever workout. Like, but when I'm traveling, like I just really enjoy it. So it's like I love waking up early and watching the sunrise. So I'm like always up and like on my bike and going. And then you just kind of see how the day goes. And same, like I love being on my bike when the sun's setting. So it's like that kind of just puts me on the bike a good part of the day. Yeah. So it's like I'm usually moving, and then like it's like I kind of covered some good distance today. Not that I needed to, but it's like it just kind of is. It's what happened.
So still pulling over and sleeping on the side of the road then?
Yes and no. However, this time was a little bit different. I actually stayed in more accommodations than I ever have before. Again, just kind of like experimenting a little bit. Yeah. It's like I know I'm comfortable sleeping anywhere, I can, anywhere I can find, any field, any abandoned building, any bridge. So I was like, this will be maybe a little bit different this time. I was camping a bit, but like I was staying in little guest houses
Yeah,
and
little hostels and stuff like that, or is
um,
it not
not,
hostels where you were?
yeah, not so much were not necessarily hostels, but like little guest houses. So it's like, it's a family run business. Like that's their home, and they just have like maybe 5 to 10 rooms that they kind of manage. So it's kind of cool to like, and then they invite you to dinner and everything. And it was a kind of cool experience. So I stayed with that or did that quite a lot.
I imagine it's cheap.
It's very cheap.
Yeah,
It's like
$5.
exactly. It's like
Yeah.
between $5 and sometimes $10. $10.
You're like, I'll give you $20.
It's like sometimes $10 would be like, this is a nice place. Like
Yeah.
I'm like
You're spoiling yourself.
I'm
You're like
splurging on
$10
this.
Canadian, not American.
Yeah. Like I remember this one of the first places I stayed in Vietnam. It was this hotel. And this cost $10 a night. And it just had this stuff in it that like I've never even seen in like the hotels here. For example, like where you turn the water on for the shower, it had like a digital thermometer, like a digital temperature gauge there. So you could like set it to like your temperature and then hit on. So you wouldn't have to like feel the water. It's like, it's going to be.
Yeah, you're good. You don't have to crank it and then crank it a little bit
It's like
more.
you just set it to whatever, like 50 degrees, like hit on, and then the water comes out.
Nice.
And then like the mirror had this like massive light in it and had like a defog thing. So you could just like hit it. I was like, I'm getting this for $10. It's so crazy.
It's nice.
So yeah, there's stuff like that. Your money goes very, very far there.
Yeah, because I've always heard it's so cheap to go to Thailand. You're like, yeah, it's kind of expensive to get there, but once
Yeah.
you're there,
Yeah.
like you're good to go.
And I mean, you can find luxury there. You can spend a lot of money. But overall, it's very cheap. Like your money goes pretty far there.
Yeah.
And especially Vietnam. Vietnam's even cheaper than Thailand.
Yeah.
Or even Laos in some ways. So that was, I didn't spend much money over there.
Nice. So after Laos, you're taking all these back roads through the hills and everything. What's the next kind of major city after that?
Laos, like I said, Laos, I didn't do any major cities in Laos. Like I kind
you
of just
backwards.
crossed the north where there's not much going on up there. I mean, it's beautiful. It's just mountains. And I met a couple other cyclists that didn't even do that because it's such rough conditions. So you can take a boat, like you can throw your bike on a boat and kind of sail down this little river. But I'm just riding. It was a little bit rough, like with the weather and the road conditions and everything, but it's just like part of the fun. Like I enjoyed
What
it.
season is it there right now?
This would have been, I want to say there was a bit of rain, but not too much. It's definitely not the rain season.
Yeah, that'd be a horrible time to go. Probably.
Yeah, it would be intense. And like their rain season, I believe is in the summer. So it's like
so it's the opposite
crazy,
of us.
crazy humid, but like a lot of rainfall. So it'd be not a good time.
Yeah.
You would just be sweating bullets the whole time.
Just soaked the whole time.
You just soaked and like so hot. It'd
That'd be hard on the bike.
Yeah, absolutely. Because like I said, super, super humid. Like it'd be like over 40 degrees every day.
Ugh.
You'd
It's like
just
you
be-
got out of a pool every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I think I picked the right kind of season. So it's kind of in between. It was still rainy, but it was still cooler. Like
Nice.
nights would be cold in the mountains, but not freezing.
Yeah.
And then I crossed into Vietnam, and then that's where you start seeing like bigger cities. And I mean, Vietnam's a lot more. Like I said, I spent most of my time there. I was in Vietnam for I want to say at least 6 or 7 weeks.
Oh,
so it was a
okay.
good like 70%
Oh, nice.
of the time in
'Cause I
Vietnam.
heard Vietnam's beautiful too.
It is. It's
Yeah.
fascinating. I loved it there. It was like same. I had been there when I was 21 years old.
Different name.
Yeah, exactly. But it was, and I really got interested in the history of like, the war and everything that happened there. And it's just,
Terrible.
it was,
Terrible time in their history, unfortunately.
It's crazy.
And America's history.
yeah, I didn't really know that much about it before I got there. I just kind of know the basic. I was like, I don't know, like the Americans are the good guys and the Vietnamese are the bad guys. Yeah.
That war was started on false pretenses.
Totally, yeah.
The bombing of that ship.
Yeah, the ship.
What was it called again? Started with a T, I thought.
Yeah, I can't remember the name.
Not Tonquia, but something like that. Yeah, it was a complete bullshit war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just like what it turned into. And you see the damage that's still there by it. It's pretty.
Well, I've watched documentaries on it. It's
Yeah.
like absolutely horrendous.
Yeah.
Like what they did to like women and children over there is just.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's pretty crazy.
It's dark history.
Yeah, so that's some areas, like especially you see all the, like it's not even, they don't even have grave yards. It's like grave fields. It's not even grave fields. It's just like as far as you can see. Yeah, just
burial.
huge things like of, it's like, yeah, this is all the, all the soldiers or all the civilians that also died from this war. So it's pretty, it can be pretty heavy at times going
intense.
through that.
Yeah.
Like I was actually planning on riding to this one. I listened to this podcast about this one kind of massacre that happened there. And I was like, I'm right there. Like I probably should go to this museum. And like while I'm riding there, it's obviously it's a horrible story.
Mm-hmm.
But then while I'm riding there, I'm just going through all these like grave sites. I was like, man, I don't think I can handle this. Like this is already like just so heavy.
It'd be interesting to experience something so heavy.
Yeah.
Just to kind of see like, oof, this is what
Yeah.
like, or going to Flanders Fields or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
But then like what's interesting is like, this is their history of like, they fought the French and then they fought the US. It's like all these people are just constantly trying to invade them. And then there's me going through on my bike. They're like, hey, welcome. Come on in for some food. And they're just so kind. And you're like, wow, like you don't owe me this. Like I could understand if you were very sour to me.
White,
like,
but I heard they're not sour to anybody
at all.
About
they're
it,
just like this goodness right to their heart that you just can't break.
which is crazy.
It's just it's beautiful to see. Yeah, like you said, they're just there's no, it's like their hearts are just unbreakable. They're just like so happy and welcoming, and they're like, it's in the past. It's all good now. It's like,
which is very good.
Yeah,
that you're able that culture is able to do that after going through something like that.
For sure. So it's like there's just all these kind of this wisdom and this just beauty, and just witnessing that, like being part of that, and just seeing that firsthand of just this goodness come out of these humans that have suffered so much. And this is like, what's crazy too is like this Vietnam War, like this wasn't that long ago. No, it's like, this is, you see old people, like
during our parents'
exactly.
You're
like,
talking about the 60s, 66, 67.
Yeah,
I think.
right around there. So it's like, this is, a lot of people are still alive that were part of that.
Sure.
Like it's,
they'd be in their 60s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's, it's kind of like, it's very recent. This isn't going back to like, World War I or something, or further back. It's like, this is very, very kind of.
But there's still people around, I think, from World War II. There's not a lot left.
For sure, yeah.
But, they're in their hundreds now.
Yeah.
But,
So
since you're in Vietnam for roughly 70% of the time, did you ride every day, or did you kind of walk around a bit and explore villages and I guess any cities, because it is a bigger kind of city environment, you said?
I did make a couple. I guess there's two different spots. I was riding most days, but there's two spots I spent a little bit of time. I spent a week in this one city in the middle of Vietnam called Da Nang, and then I spent my last week in Saigon, in Ho Chi Minh City.
Cool.
So that was which was so cool. I just loved it. It was so. I was originally planning like, okay, maybe I'll get there. I'm going to get there early, of course. If not, I can go a little bit further south and loop back around. But I just I really enjoyed the kind of the hustle and bustle of the big city there, and I just made some really good friends and everything. So I was happy to just kind of to stay there.
Yeah.
I made these really cool friends with like these locals in the park and everything. And it's just beautiful to be a part of that.
Yeah.
Because they're like, a lot of places like Asia and South America, they do this. It's like the park is where you go. Like the central park in the city or the town or whatever it is, like that's just where you go at night, in the morning. That's where everyone goes. It's like
the hangout spot.
Yeah, the hangout spot. Like you go there to exercise, you go there to talk, you go there to play badminton or whatever it is. It's just like the park is packed full of people, and it's so cool to like be a part of that.
Yeah, you don't really see that too much here anymore.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
'Cause it's more like people are in their homes, stuck inside or whatever.
Staring at screens.
That's a big thing for sure. And I mean, that happens in Asia too. It's like, but I feel it's more people are out and like, because they're doing these community things of like showing up at the park and doing their exercise there. And
That's
cool. It's really cool to see. Yeah.
What's the food like? I imagine it's good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It is really good. Yeah. It's a lot of, it's like hot noodle soup for breakfast every day, but it's really, really good food. and obviously really cheap. So you kind of get there's a little bit of mystery meat here and there.
Do you ever get sick? Did you get sick there at all? Because eating food around the world, sometimes your stomach's like, what is this?
Yeah, no, I really didn't. No, nothing too bad. I think I've built up a really,
Immunity.
yeah, I've built up
Yeah.
a good.
You got different microbiome in your
Yeah,
stomach than most people here.
it's like when I go away, my body just knows. Like my
Okay, here
stomach's
we
like,
go.
oh, okay, oh, we're doing this now. Okay,
Yeah.
so, get ready, boys. We got a lot of bacteria to fight. But
Is
so I
it
never got too sick. No.
is it harder to mentally adjust going somewhere temporary for, 10 weeks, your shortest one, to, 6 months or whatever, than it is coming home and going back to like a job and seeing friends and family again? Is it like,
Yeah.
like which one is more of like a mind adjustment for you?
Oh, it's a good question. Like definitely coming back.
Yeah.
Because like as I kind of quickly explained, it's like whenever I go away, it's just like I know. I mean, I've kind of gotten comfortable with it now, but there's a little bit of like questioning of like, oh, like am I gonna be good at this again? Am I gonna like this? Is this gonna be tiring? Is this gonna be boring? Am I gonna be lonely? Like where am I gonna go? And then like I'll get there and I'll assemble my bike in the parking lot and just like this like oh
Yeah.
like
That part of your brain opens up.
exactly. Just like, oh, I'm just gonna kind of, I'm in this flow now, and it's just so easy. Like from that first day.
I imagine a lot of people don't feel that.
It's true. Yeah, I imagine they don't.
Do you realize, like, yeah, I'm pretty fortunate. I got a pretty
100%
crazy life.
for sure. I
Like,
feel
like I've said to you before, like I don't know anyone like you.
yeah. I see that too. Like
Yeah.
I get these massive waves of gratitude of just like yeah, like looking at my situation. Like here I am sleeping under a bridge in like this crazy river that like in this foreign country. It's like not a
Yeah.
lot of people could do this. And like
Yeah.
I'm here I get to do this. I get to experience this. Like not a lot of people would like to do this even if they had the
Or
opportunity.
just being that uncomfortable and okay with it. Most
Yeah.
people, 99% of people would be like, I'm not sleeping under a bridge. Are you nuts?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like there's this part of me is sort of I get to enjoy this experience, and it just I feel flooded with gratitude for that reason. It's like I'm one who got chosen
Yeah.
to like enjoy this experience, and that's another thing that really kind of fuels me is just like I said, just following this flow of like yeah this is what it's all about.
Do you feel like that is something like an outside force that's towards you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think it is?
It's a good question.
Like, I don't know if you're a religious man at all. Like, do you ever, because you go to these these countries that can be very religious, and
Yeah.
it's like I've always wondered, like, yeah, I wonder if that drive is, have you thought about stuff like that?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like this is my
Calling.
spiritual practice essentially. Yeah, absolutely. So like people will describe it in different ways. Some people use the word God, some people use the word flow state, some
Yeah.
people, but it's like, yeah, I definitely
It's
see this.
something.
Absolutely. Like
Yeah.
this outside, I don't even want to say this outside because it's inside as well, but there is this
Who's putting it there?
for sure. It's like
Yeah.
there is this flow moving, and I'm just kind of like I'm just a bit of like an aperture of it.
Yeah, you're an antenna.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So like the more you can kind of tap in and like see what resonates with you,
Mhm.
just the more joyous kind of life becomes.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, I don't have to like take responsibility for my past or whatever I'm doing now. It's like yeah, I'm just going with the flow.
Yeah.
Or like showing up where I'm needed in whatever way. And like so far it's been this, or like today it's having this random conversation with this guy who barely speaks English or something. It's
Yeah.
like that's my purpose of the day today.
Yeah, because I've thought about that. Like, when you're riding your bike, like what's going through your mind, and or is there any worries of what's around the corner or what's behind you? Like, because that's what I'm just trying to like always put myself in, your mind a little bit when you're riding down this road and you might not see anyone for an entire day. Like, because I know you have like music sometimes and such. But like, has it changed through the years of kind of, you processing the situation you're in or the country you're in?
It has, like, I mean, there's definitely I remember the kind of the learning curve when it was sort of happening, when I started getting all these, just, I would say, like, the only way to explain it is just like crazy serendipities. There's happening throughout my day or like my trip of just like randomly talking to people about something that they already knew, or like I said, running out of water and finding some water in the middle of nowhere, stuff like that. It's just like, wow, this is like kind of weird. Like, this keeps happening. And then eventually kind of reaching this point of sort of acceptance of like, maybe this is something bigger than me. Like, maybe there's something else going on
Yeah, an
than me,
outside
just
force.
yeah, or me like taking responsibility of like, I'm doing this because I decided to do this, whatever it was,
Yeah, you're
2
not
months ago.
faking it for the gram.
That's right.
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah.
What you're doing is real. It's
Yeah.
not like you're trying to, oh, how am I going to get more views?
Exactly.
You know?
It's like there's this it's like I've tapped into this inner enthusiasm that's very genuine and authentic. And by
Yeah.
doing so, it becomes effortless in a way. Yes, it
Yeah.
has incredible challenges, but like there's still this effortlessness behind the challenges. So the more that just solidified, the further and further I went after so many of these experiences, and like something bad would happen, or like, you know, quote unquote bad. And then it wouldn't take me that long to really have this appreciation for why it happened.
Yeah.
Maybe I would like, somebody would help me out that I'd be even more grateful for than if I didn't have that bad experience. And then, so eventually it kind of just, yeah, like I said, you kind of grow this acceptance that this is, like, it doesn't matter what happes. It's like, I'm following my inner calling, and it's like, it's all going to work out however it needs to.
Yeah, your reaction to a bad situation has to be the same reaction to a good situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's the opportunity that you have now to problem solve. Okay, what do I need to do here, Ian? Okay, I just need to do this. Okay, we're back on the road.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah. And there's, you know, there's like, and what I've really, another reason I really got kind of attracted to this too was like, I saw a lot of parallels with like, right before I started doing this, right before I started traveling on the bike, I went pretty deep into a bit of a spiritual quest. Like, you know, I got really fascinated with Buddhism and doing all these like Buddhist retreats and this philosophies. It just like, I was just resonating with it so much. And then once I started doing traveling on the bike, I just saw all these parallels. I was like, I'd meet these other, you know, cyclo travelers once in a while. I was like, man, these are the most spiritual people. These people are more spiritual than like people in a meditation retreat. They're just like a living embodiment of this kind of acceptance and going with the flow. So, you know, in Buddhism, there's this thing where they're like, you can't, pain is going to happen. Like, you're going to get pain in life. Like there's a kind of an analogy of like, you're going to get shot with an arrow. Like, you can't stop that. However, you can stop the suffering that comes with that. And most people don't do that. They like get hit with an arrow and they kind of stab themselves in the chest with a second arrow, which is like the arrow of suffering, right? It's like, that's just the instinct. That's just like the instinct of the mind. It's like, something bad happened to me. Like, what was me?
Yeah. Why did this happen?
Why did this happen to me? That's like the second.
Instead of problem solving, right?
Exactly. Like that's like the more painful arrow than the actual, you know, the initial, like, oh, I stubbed my toe, or I got a flat tire, or I got fired from my job, whatever it is. Like, that's just, you can't stop those things from happening, but at least you can stop like that worst thing that's coming in.
I think laughter is a tool when you do that.
For sure. Yeah.
Where it's like, you say, example, stubbing your toe. You're like, that was a good one. Well done.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, you kind of like play it off. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the way I look at it. Like, if something happens in my life and I go, okay, all right, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that.
Right.
It's like a friend of mine, Taylor, who's been in here before, is perspective. Like, if, like you said, like, no, not realistically get shot with an arrow. Be like, okay, well, what did you learn here? Okay, yeah, don't do that again. Okay, got it, thanks.
Right.
You know, if that's what determinism or choice, what happened, you know, it's up to you to figure out.
Right.
And go, okay, yeah, just this is another problem. I just have to figure it out. Okay, solved it. What'd you learn? Okay, move on.
Mm-hmm.
Don't dwell on it. Even if it was something good or something bad, don't focus on it so much. Just
Yeah.
be like, okay, on to the next thing. Life continues. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, if you don't properly process that, or like you don't actually learn why this is happening to you again and again and again, like it's going to continue to happen, right? So if there's I don't know, if there is this pattern going on, like, wow, why can't I, whatever, hold a job down or something? It's like, this is your life is just going to keep bringing this to you again and again until you learn a lesson, until you're able to laugh at it, or until you're able to like change your like point the finger at yourself rather than like, oh, this is why.
Like, this is your problem, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. Figure it out.
Yeah. So that's like I said, I really got, it's like, this is the perfect practice for this, of doing something like crazy, like traveling on a bicycle, where it's like, yeah, there's constantly problems and issues and you're tired and this and this and this and this. But the more that those come, the more it's like, it's all good. Like, I don't have anything else to do right now. Yeah. I got to fix my bike. I got to do this. I got to do this.
Find water.
I got to find food. I got to find water. I got to find shelter. It's just like, cool. Like, there's no suffering.
I imagine that took a while to learn. It's not something all of a sudden you go on your first trip and you go, oh shit, what am I doing, you idiot?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you had to probably learn to let go a little bit.
You do, yeah, absolutely. But also, it's like there's so much goodness coming out of your day. There's so much fun. There's so much excitement. There's so much reward from whatever it is. Biking a huge distance, that is kind of fueling you in the background. And then eventually you kind of go from like, this is kind of fun, but like, man, my butt hurts from sitting on this bike seat all day. Or it's like, this is fun, but like, man, I'm really hungry.
Yeah,
or like, I gotta stop. And then you just kind of like slowly stop letting that voice of like, but if only I had some more food, but if only I had another
comfier seat.
Exactly. If only I would have just invested a little bit more in a comfier seat. And then that kind of mind chatter just goes, it just kind of dials down further and further and further. And then you'll just, I don't know, you don't even catch yourself doing it, but you're like, this is a great day.
It's the power of the mind.
Yeah.
Like understanding like your nervous system.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I've heard the argument before. It's like, oh, my low back's tight. And you go, it's not tight.
Yeah.
It's like almost self-talk.
Sure.
Like when you were supposed to come on the podcast last time, work was insane. I was flying to Palm Springs Friday and I don't like to fly. And my anxiety started peaking. Like that night, I was like, I don't have it in me right now to go in the studio. And then and then that night I was laying in bed. I'm like, I need to figure this out. And I just looked up like self-talk stuff and I did it like in bed, where you're just thinking positive, not thinking that you have the fear of getting an anxiety attack on the plane and you already have the fear of that fear happening.
Yeah.
Right. So it stacks up on itself. So then I found this like 10-minute video of this guy explaining like self-talk, and it's all about the days leading up to the flight and all that type of stuff. And there's natural supplements, but it's that self-talk actually like helped a lot. But I was in no mindset to come in here and like sit down, talk to Darren. I'm going to lose focus because I'm thinking about the flight on Friday. And I was like, nope.
Yeah.
But self-talk's a big one, I think.
For sure. Yeah. Because it can put you in a rough place and it can get you into a good place for sure.
Yeah. I guess question in the back of my head, I guess, would be, you're going to these places where it is kind of people go around the world to go on a spiritual journey and possibly do psychedelics. Like, have you done that before at all, if you don't mind me asking?
I have. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That was kind of like I had, like I said, prior to my spiritual quest, I guess that was sort of part of it. But yeah, I did I'd say a lot, but yeah, I definitely did some intentional psychedelic trips, like ayahuasca, LSD, like kind of just to, like I said, something had sort of, I don't want to say like cracked open, but like I felt like I needed to go deep, and like something is being presented to me, and like I want some clarity. I want to see what this is. Yeah. So yeah, I like kind of went, explored a little bit in that place.
I think it's necessary.
Yeah.
I try and do it once a year.
Yeah.
But I don't like being around people.
For sure.
I have to do it by myself.
Absolutely. I mean, to
me, it's not a party drug.
No.
Even though it was kind of back in the day, you take some mushrooms and, you trip out with some friends. And now I'm like, no,
Yeah.
this is for me and that's it.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
I don't need to be around anyone.
Yeah. It's got a, yeah, can be very profound, helpful tools for
Powerful
sure.
tool, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, no, I know, but I mean, after the last couple times, I felt like I got a lot of,
Figured it out.
not necessarily figured it out, but I got this clarity that this was not my path. That I wasn't going to find answers to these questions through psychedelics. And some people do, and it's like great,
Yeah.
but it's like this wasn't my path. So that kind of like introduced me to like, you know, meditation, and that felt like a lot more. I was going to get a lot more clarity in that kind of field than the psychedelic field.
Did you ever dabble in DMT?
No, I never done DMT.
Yeah, that
No.
one scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. From the people I've listened to about it, I'm like, man, I'm so intrigued. But
Yeah.
ooh, that you're going for a ride.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not long. It's only like 15, 20 minutes or something,
Right.
but you're gone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It would be interesting.
Yeah.
I'd like to try it one day.
Yeah.
I think it'd be, now they have them in vape pens, which is
Jeez.
crazy. That is crazy.
Just take a
Like,
quick
oh,
blast.
it's a Friday night, just take a puff of DMT. Like,
Yeah.
jeez.
Oh
Like,
man. Yeah. And
But-
that kind of takes
defeats
away
the purpose.
Yeah.
a
It's
little
like
bit.
you want it to be this profound thing, right? Like you don't
Yeah.
want to just take it lightly. Like, oh, hey, do you want to blast off this? It's like, man, there should be
Oh, yeah, just a vape.
yeah. Like somebody, you know, I kind of came across somebody told me when I was, you know, kind of was like, I think I want to do ayahuasca. It's like you got to treat it like brain surgery. Like don't go to the
I've heard.
cheapest one. Like just you got to prep yourself for this. Like don't do it lightly. It's like be
I heard
very
it
very
can be very, very intense.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was. But again, it was one of these things that gave me this clarity of like this is not my thing. Like okay, I'm not going to come every year and do an ayahuasca retreat or something. Do a ceremony. It's like this is interesting. It showed me some stuff, but it's more like this isn't your path. This isn't your mode of, you know, answer or question answering.
Yeah. I know my last trip on mushrooms, it was so intense that it almost turned me off from doing it again.
Yeah.
Because it was just, and I only did 2 grams,
Oh wow.
and I went for a ride. Like I thought, you know, when you kind of peak and then you kind of come down a little bit.
Yeah.
I thought I peaked, and then the mushrooms were like, no,
Yeah.
we're not done with you.
Yeah.
And I went for, it's a crazy story, but like I did it because again, it was self reflection on, you know, okay, is my lifestyle, the pace I'm going, is this manageable? Like we talked about earlier. And then it kind of told me no. And it also showed me why I do what I do, which is really strange.
Wow.
And it was fighting the flow of a river. And I probably had 10 anxiety attacks in an hour,
Wow.
which it beat me down because I guess I'll tell you a little bit, but because I've explained it before, I don't like to try and repeat myself. But I was on a river floating on my back going with the flow, right? And my anxiety would just spike to a 10, and then I'd flip over on my stomach and I'd try and swim upstream. And then there was this entity telling me, hey, relax, settle down. And all of a sudden I'd self-talk or whatever it was, and I'd flip back over onto my back and then go with the flow. And then all of a sudden, a couple minutes later, bam, same thing, flip over, try and swim upstream. And this thing would be like, no, slow down. And it probably did it like 10 times. And that's one of the reasons why I almost didn't want to do it again, because it was so intense. And then a few things happened on the way to down the river. It was like open, it was closed doors, and I'd try and like reach for them. And this thing would be like, nope, closing these doors and stuff. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I wanted to open up a door and see Andrew. And it was like, nope, not time for that. And I was like, oh God, like what's going on here? And eventually I got to the end of the river, and it made me realize that I go at this pace in life to provide for my family. And there was Katie's face at the end of the river. And I was like, it was one of those, oh, there it is. And I was like, whoa. It was like so intense. And eventually there was this open door. And as I walked through it, I went to go close it. And I was like, I got it from here. And then I reached over and closed the door.
Wow.
And then my eyes opened up and I was laying in front of the sauna. And then my brother-in-law did it with me. And it was really weird because I ended up in my favorite place, which is the sauna, or one of my favorite places. And then he ended up on the trampoline where he always suntans after work in the summer. And I was like, yeah, we all ended up in like our happy spots, which is, didn't even think of that, right?
Yeah.
And it was funny because all he could see from his side was my legs sticking through like the pathway. So eventually he came over and I told him this whole story. And it was so intense. I'm bawling. It was just so vivid and real. And I was like, holy shit. And I was like, yeah, I figured some things out. And that was the whole reason why I did it. And it was, but it was so intense where I was like, man, I don't know if I want to do this again next year.
Yeah.
And I don't think I did it last summer, but I'm kind of like, oh, do I do it again this year? Because I tried to open up. It was like, anyone that hasn't done mushrooms wouldn't understand, but I opened up a cupboard door and I looked down into my parents' lives when they were like in their 30s. And then all of a sudden it pulled me out and slammed and they're like, you're not ready for that.
Wow.
And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, is that the next one?
Yeah, that's the next door.
But again, I use it as a tool and all of a sudden I was like, oh, I get it. I get why I do certain things in my life. I started to understand myself better. But this entity was almost like a ball of light. It was just really weird. And the weirdest thing was it kind of sounded like Jordan Peterson.
Yeah.
Which I was like, oh, because he has a certain voice, right? You kind of recognize his voice from anyone.
Sure.
But I was like, man, what the hell was that? I was like,
Wow.
holy moly. But it was good to experience because everyone's like, well, it sounded terrible. I was like, it was, but it served a purpose.
Yeah.
And now I kind of know, you know. But
Yeah.
it was really weird to see her face at the end. It was just one of those moments where I was like, wow,
Yeah.
holy shit.
Yeah. That's
Like,
wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, it was a trip and a half.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I remembered it all,
Yeah.
even to this day, because sometimes people kind of forget their trips and you're supposed to write it down, right? But I remember like mostly everything,
Yeah.
which was good.
Yeah. So it was like pretty profound.
But it was only 2 grams,
yeah.
which I was kind of surprised at how intense it was, because I've done 5 before in high school, and it was nowhere near that intense. But it was also my life experience back then was 18, like nothing. You have 0 life experience. You have pretty much no responsibilities in your life, no wife, no kids, no mortgage yet, and probably I had a job, but like you know, party atmosphere, drinking,
right,
you know, to 38 at the time doing it. Life is so different, it's unrecognizable. So you're like, oh yeah, okay. It affects, I think, you differently. I think it also may affect you, like how much food you have in your stomach, or how hydrated you are, what happened that week at work, and it's just so different. But yeah, that was kind of my last journey.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff with that. Like just like you got to see him as like a teacher in a sense. Like if you're not ready to learn, like it's not going to share. You're not gonna
and
share
don't fight it.
Yeah, exactly.
You try and fight it.
Yeah.
It can turn real south pretty quick.
For sure.
Yeah.
Or it's like if you're really expecting something, then maybe you're going to get nothing, right? Like, oh, I'm going to take 10 grams or 5 grams.
I want to see the trees move. You're like,
yeah, exactly. So, that's good that you had a lot of kind of a meaningful experience.
Yeah, self-reflection.
Yeah.
Because I knew what I was doing was like, this isn't, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, but then I kind of go back
to
the old ways, but then I kind of realize like, oof. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like it's ego driven or whatever you want to call it, the drive of life and trying to get stuff done. Because then you feel accomplished, like, oh, I did so much this weekend. But you're like, yeah, we didn't really see much of your kids.
Yeah, sure.
You're like, oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what is this life for? Like, what it's not just to do chores or whatever.
I only get these certain years once.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And now my oldest is already 11.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, damn.
So, yeah, soak it up.
But I think every parent says that, oh, I wish I did more. Even if you did so much, you're always going to be in the same position of, I should have done more.
Yeah.
Should have done more.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah. I want to talk about your book, buddy.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
So that's something I kind of polished up a bit on this trip.
Yeah.
And that was kind of another... I started writing it about a year ago, probably around the similar time when I was here last. So that's that's about the first kind of year and a half of my trip, like through North and South America.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really cool experience to write, and like
Something new.
very new. And
Yeah.
I was like, I know of course, people have been telling me the whole time, like, oh, you got to write a book. You got to write a book.
You're like,
I was
yeah.
I was like, maybe it's someday. And then, yeah, I just started writing. I was like, I'm going to write these kind of stories that I've shared, whatever, 20 times. And it kind of took me back to that time of, like I said, what I was explaining about, just like learning all these skills and like, these life skills, and seeing how they're impacting my, my mental well-being and my physical well-being and everything. So it really just kind of took me back to this time where I'm like, I'm going to try this thing called bike touring. I'm going to see how far I can ride this bike. Maybe I'll make it to Alberta or something. And then, I kind of, like I said, over the past year, picking away on this thing, and now it's done.
It's a reality.
Now it's here.
Well, congratulations,
Thank
man.
you.
It's got to be a bit of a trip.
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
like, man, I wrote a book.
It's kind of crazy. It was like
Yeah.
a year ago. I was like, I don't know, man. That seems
And then now
like a
it's
lot of work.
sitting here.
And now it's here. It's like it's printed and everything. It's like, wow, it's a full.
So would
thing.
you just go through like a kind of a local company to help publish it, or
I actually self-published. Yeah, so
Cool. Well, I guess it's so much easier.
it's
these days,
pretty
isn't
easy.
it?
I looked
Yeah.
into. I mean,
It's kind of like the podcast world.
yeah, very
It's
much
like
so.
way easier now to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of got the rough draft and everything. I started like pitching it to publishers and everything. I was like, I can
What
just
am I doing?
I can just do this myself.
Yeah,
Like
self-promote.
totally, yeah. So it becomes quite doable and pretty easy. I mean, right now it's just on Amazon,
Yeah.
but I've just kind of got the thing in the past couple weeks that allows me to kind of start publishing outside of Amazon, so I can
You
start
do
taking
Audible?
I haven't done Audible yet. Maybe that'll be the next thing. Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, that
Because
would be a good-
I'll read this one. I haven't read a book in a long time, which is
Yeah.
kind of pathetic because I just love listening
Sure,
to stuff.
me too. Yeah,
Right? Like, but it would be interesting because you have to read it with your
For
voice.
sure, yeah.
Because people that know you be like, I don't recognize this guy's voice. Who is
Yeah,
this?
totally.
You stole it.
Yeah,
But yeah, Audible would be kind of cool.
that would be cool. No,
Yeah.
I may do that.
You can come record it in here
Oh, thanks.
if you want.
Yeah, this is a great space for it.
Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm pretty kind of excited about this. It's like, yeah, it's pretty kind of, I guess it's something I've been thinking about for a while, and like I felt like it did, to a certain extent, like it did kind of the experience justice, where it's like when some people ask me, it's like, it's great to talk to you about what I go through on my trips, and kind of like the reality of what I go through and what happens. I mean, a lot of people, it's just kind of the very surface level stuff of like, oh, like how many flat tires did you get, and where did you start from, and what did you eat? It's like, oh, cool. I'm happy to talk about this stuff, but it's like, that's not why I do it. Like, it's not like I'm not doing this for the numbers or anything.
Yeah.
So I felt and same with like, I know I've explained this before. It's like, I'm not super into Instagram or anything. Like I do a few things, but it's like all that stuff doesn't really feel like it does the experience justice. It's like I can post hundreds of pictures and videos and everything. It's still like, oh, that's not really what I'm doing. That's kind of like a bit of a highlight reel, but that's just like a fraction of the experience itself. Whereas like this book, it's closer than I ever have in any other way, as far as like next to maybe talking to someone like you about it.
Yeah.
Or like connecting with these locals. So it's kind of cool to share it in that sense. Like,
Yeah.
don't look at my Instagram page
Yeah,
to
don't
know,
bother.
to know what
There's
it's
a
like.
picture of me on a bike and a
Exactly.
map.
There's 90% is just pictures of my bike in a random part of the world. But it's like,
Yeah.
you're not going to learn anything about like looking at my Instagram page about what it's like to bike across a foreign country on a bicycle. It's like, but this book is actually, I feel a little bit more.
People can experience your journey a little bit better now that they can read it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's not like you're riding your bike being like, hey, this is Ian today on this road. It's just
exactly.
like, if you did that, I would message you and be like, stop.
Be like, reality
Don't do
check.
it.
This
Yeah.
isn't you. You're not.
It's not, you're being an idiot.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, it's cool to that. And then, of course I still get constantly people like, oh, you got to make a YouTube page, or you got to do this and this and this. I'm like, yeah,
that's not you though.
it's not really me. And like,
you.
and the thing is like, there's a lot of people doing that. It's like, man, I wouldn't say a lot, but like
hundreds of thousands around
exactly
the world. Yeah,
yeah,
for
it's
sure.
like there are like everyone's doing their own thing. It's like because it's maybe it calls to them, and like for me it doesn't
Like
really,
I'm not interested.
not
It's
really
not what I'm
interested.
doing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and it's like good on them. It's like there are people going out and documenting and sharing and
Yeah.
doing all this stuff.
Well,
It's
even
like
Nick Hick, Jordan's younger
yeah,
brother,
yeah,
like he documented him doing the PCT trail,
right,
and I was glad he did because then I can be like, oh shit, there's day 57 or day 59, whatever it is. And you can see his ups and downs and his journeys, and like I watched it as he was going along, and it was really cool. And
yeah,
he would like talk in it at night or in the morning, and it'd always be like a video of him like setting up camp or taking it down. And he would mail parcels to different stops along the trail because it's was it 2,200 kilometers that he walked?
wow, yeah,
It's 111 days on trail.
right,
Like the more I talk about it, sometimes we think about I want to go back and kind of listen to it.
yeah,
He lost like 40 pounds or something
wow,
walking it.
yeah,
He's like, didn't matter how many calories I ate in a day
yeah.
because like
It's just you just burn them off.
you're just
Yeah,
burning. You're probably in the same kind
for
of
sure.
boat. You're putting on 100K in a day. Like, what are you gonna eat? Like 20,000 calories
Yeah.
to try and keep your weight.
Exactly.
But yeah, I'm glad you wrote that. I'd be very
Yeah.
interested to read it. And I imagine when you go back and you're kind of writing this, are you remembering certain things like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I totally forgot about that. Like,
Yeah.
do you keep a journal when you're writing?
No, I really don't. And like that's what was kind of interesting even for me was writing this was like how kind of clear these memories were coming back to me. Because like I said, this is a book about me going across Canada and then down to South America and back. And it started as just kind of like these, random stories I kind of remember happening in Canada. And then once I started writing a little bit, I was like, oh, I think I need to make this into a book.
Yeah.
Like,
I got a lot of notes here.
yeah, it's like I can kind of, branch these two events together and like that would kind of be a chapter. And then, oh, if I go before this, like that's kind of where I started. And then once I kind of got into that flow of like, okay, boom, like I'm across Canada, it honestly just like took me back to that time of like, all right, I'm in Washington, like I'm going south. Oh, I remember like, yeah, meeting this guy on the side of the road. And like, I did have a few pictures, not that many, but just like, and I was just kind of looking at my photos of like, oh yeah, I remember taking my picture of, this picture of my bike here. Like the very next day I met this guy and then this happened and then this happened. And just kind of like reliving that whole year of like going down like quite vividly. Of course, there's a lot of stuff that was left out. Like this is still just
every
a
day
fraction.
can be a new experience
Totally.
every couple of hours.
Yeah, you could
realistically.
write a book like sometimes like in a
three
day.
times thicker than this.
Absolutely. So it's like, but still like just reliving like those moments that were really, just very potent with like memories or like growth in some form. It was just a really cool thing to kind of experience again. And then just like the writing came quite
natural almost.
quite natural. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Just came flowing out.
It really did.
Flow state.
The flow state. And that's what it was like. All right, I guess I'm writing now. And it was really cool.
Could you picture yourself doing another one?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. We'll see what happens. Like, I mean, cause I've got these different trips, like I could easily write something about, my experience biking across Africa or India. Like there's just so much stuff that kind of happened there. But I don't know, maybe it would be, it's like, I'm going to share that story. I'm just not sure how. Like maybe the North America and South America was the book, and then Africa, maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll be a book, maybe it'll be something else.
Movie.
Maybe it'll be a movie. Yeah, maybe.
Sell it
Could
to
be.
Netflix.
Yeah, totally.
You never know though. That's the thing. Like
Yeah.
that kind of makes me think like, did you ever think you'd be, doing multiple trips like this? All of a sudden writing a book, you're like,
No.
yeah,
Not a
like
chance.
it's,
And that's what I always kind of come back to is like, I know, I guess that's where I am able to rest in this contentment of not knowing where my life's going to go. Like I mean, I'm not perfect, but it's like, I don't have these worries about, oh crap, I'm almost 40. Like, what am I going to do with my life? Like, what am I going to do? How's my life going to look like I'm 50? Like,
I'm not
I don't
even
know.
married.
I'm not married. I don't have
What am I
kids.
gonna
Like,
do?
like,
Yeah.
am I having a midlife crisis already? Not at all. Because like mainly because I would have never, pictured in 1,000 years that this is kind of how my life would have ended up. If you were to ask me when I was
there's no way
20 or even 30, it's like,
yeah,
oh, when you're 39, like
nobody knows.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that kind of leaves me this like openness and curiosity of like, yeah, maybe that'll be the last time I ever, step foot on my bike. But like, it's like, it was by kind of going with this calling into the unknown that led me onto the bike and led me to write a book and meet thousands of people around the world and just have these incredible interactions that kind of led me there. So it's like, I just need to kind of harness and like, that to fuel me in whatever next way how life is going to show up for me.
Yeah. Cause one day you might be like, I think I'm done.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, but you'll find something else.
Totally. It's like I could easily,
do this for how long? It's like, I don't know, till I stop doing it.
Exactly. That's always kind of my answer. It's like, man, if I jump on my bike and be like, man, my knee is like not in good shape.
I got some serious problems here now. Or
And it's like, all right, cool. Like
you're kind of like Forrest Gump. I just felt like running.
Totally.
I felt like riding.
I got that all the time when I was, because like, I think I'm sure I've come here with like long hair before. I was kind of like fitting the part and everything. I remember Canada, I had like a pretty big beard and I even had a red hat.
I said like, are you Jesus?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I'm a mix between Jesus and Forrest Gump.
Yeah, you're a blend of Jesus and Forrest Gump.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good way.
Maybe that's your new book.
Yeah.
A blend of.
Yeah. Forrest Christ.
Forrest Christ. Oh man.
Jesus Gump.
So what? This took you about a year to write?
Year. Like I said, I really did a lot of the bulk of the writing, like in about 3 or 4 months, like kind of the first draft, and then from there, like put it down for a while, picked it up, and then this last trip, like I said, I did actually bring like a tiny little tablet, like a little, not necessarily laptop, but I did quite a bit of editing and like a second pass. Or a final pass when I was on this trip. Because again, like just being on my bike in Asia, it kind of brought back to like this experience of what I was going through when I was cycling through kind of North and South America. So a lot of stuff kind of, came up and I was like, oh yeah, I remember this. And like, remember how it feels to do this and this and this. So a lot of that got integrated into there as well.
I guess you got to put it through like spell check and all that fun
Absolutely.
stuff. Yeah, because you're like, oh wow, I'm not that good at writing.
Totally. And that's what I thought too. I was like, oh yeah, I'm not like a writer or anything. Yeah. And like, I had an editor like kind of go through it and like
help
me out for
like
sure.
Word this maybe a little differently. This doesn't make sense how you wrote it.
Exactly. Yeah. Like stuff like that. So it's, but then after a while, it's like, yeah, you can kind of do it. It's all like, I don't know. It seemed like an intimidating thing at the beginning, but the more you kind of start getting into the groove of it, it's just like a skill, like anything, like learning how to write, learning how to have a conversation on a podcast. It's just like this kind of skill that gets,
you kind of get better and better.
You get better and better. Exactly. So that's why and that's the thing with this is like, it's not necessarily like a live conversation. Like I changed a lot of stuff in here, like reading it again and again, changing it, change. So it's like
just little tweaks here and there.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, maybe that wasn't necessary, or maybe that works better, like above, and you kind of just constantly restructuring it.
Yeah, because I imagine you can get pretty scatterbrained sometimes. Like, oh, I need to do this. It's like, hold on a sec.
Yeah.
You're like, dial it back. What am I doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like anything, it's like to a certain point, you're just like, it's good enough. Right. Like,
you got to walk away.
Cut
the strings. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, totally. It's like, I can sit for the next 6 months and just stew
on it.
Change. Yeah.
I've heard that before. Like, the first edition that someone writing a book was the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then like this mind kind of comes in. It's like, that's where they're maybe in a flow state, like the author in a flow state. And they're like, oh no, that wasn't worded correctly, or like, I got to change this and this and this. And it kind of takes away from that original juice that came down on the page there.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think you're the first person I know that's written a book.
Wow, look at that.
I think.
Well, I'm sure you know some. Yeah.
Me personally?
Yeah, sure.
I don't think so.
So I'm the first person that has biked.
You're a lot of firsts in my
60
life.
countries. Yeah. First person who's fished food out of a garbage in order
I should almost tell Nick now, like, you got to write a book, man.
Yeah.
Ian did it.
Yeah.
You got to do it now too.
Yeah, that's right.
Huh.
But like that though, like sounds like he's shared an incredible story through YouTube or like through
Nick hikes on YouTube. Yeah.
That's great.
It's
so
cool.
It's like, yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, because that's a journey and a half.
Totally. Yeah.
That's a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So how many K was it then?
I kind of did a rough guess, like somewhere around 5,000 or so.
5,000.
Yeah, I remember like, because at the end I had a issue with my like my issue with my rear wheel. I was like, I don't know how much longer this is gonna make, but I still have another 1,000 kilometers to go, and it worked. I made it work.
Made it all the way through.
Made it all the way to the end. Yeah, I was like, this could just blow up at any time, but yeah, it just kind of worked out, and I just kind of rolled
It
in.
always
I was
does
like,
for some reason.
it always does for some reason. I was taking the there's this really cool trail on the western part of Vietnam. It's called the Ho Chi Minh Trail.
Okay.
So it's like the old war trail that they're transporting troops and goods, kind of like
yeah.
like it's like a hidden network from the north, or they're getting supplies into the south. Of course, the Americans just bomb the shit out of it, but like, so it's rebuilt, but it's still like, I don't know, there's this aspect of it that's still very kind of authentic, and like you're going through these tunnels and like this mountainside. It's incredible. It was definitely like kind of the highlight of the trip as far as like scenery goes. But some sections are really rough roads, so I kind of broke my my rear wheel, like my rear rim, which usually it's like when that happens, like, yeah, maybe you can make it like 20-30K for the next bike shop. I was like, well, I'll just keep riding it and see what happens. And yeah, I made it the whole 1,000K.
Did it ever break down where you're like, I gotta walk?
No, never on this trip. No, never. Like, I had to do a few fixes to like, but no, I was never stranded. I didn't have a single flat tire either. Yeah, didn't have a single flat tire.
Wow.
That's pretty good, eh?
Do they make bike tires that don't pop?
No. Well, no, they don't make them like that don't pop or don't
like
get
a wheelbarrow
flat.
tire that doesn't pop.
Yeah, no, not like that. But you can get things that are like super, like, and mine are pretty.
More plies.
Yeah, like they got like a, an inner Teflon
okay.
protecting strip. So it's like, it's pretty rare you get flats. And of course, if you have tubeless, don't usually have to worry too much, because like tubeless, they're just full of like the
air,
the gunk, and it's like, so when you get a little puncture, it just plugs itself immediately. I don't have those, but there's some kind of disadvantages with those. I kind of enjoy the
old school.
Yeah, the old school of like fixing a flat tire. I kind of really enjoy it. It's kind of fun.
I know I did it on my kid's bike last summer. I was like, man, I haven't done this in so long.
Yeah.
Since I had my BMX bike.
Yeah, totally.
In high school.
Yeah. You're kind of like, but when you do it so many times, it's like kind of becomes
second nature.
A skill.
Just,
yeah. You just know how to do it. Like, because I've been through sections where your tires are worn right down to nothing. You can't buy any new ones. So you're just constantly getting flats all day long. And it's like, I don't know, it's kind of, I don't know, I want to say like, it's like, it's that suffering, right? Like, all right, I got to deal with this flat tire.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Do you have spare tires?
No, not spare tires. I mean, I usually bring 1 or 2 spare tubes, but sometimes you'll, like I said, in Africa, like those got exhausted almost right away. And then
the heat.
Yeah, just the heat and the roads and everything. So you don't really have spares, and you're just constantly patching what you have left, because you can't buy tubes. Like, you can't buy those parts for that wheel size anywhere.
Yeah, like, good luck.
Yeah, so
I wonder if you could Amazon.
No, not
it's like a village.
Not there.
It's like,
no.
Ian, you're like, thanks.
Yeah, I mean, usually countries have their own like equivalent to Amazon, like online thing, but it takes a whole thing, right? You got to have a address, you got to have a credit card or something.
It's not going to work.
Not going to work. So, but it's not necessary, like with a bike. Like I said, I've Jimmy rigged so many things with like
can't imagine.
tape or whatever. Like it's always kind of gotten me out of a
pinch
when absolutely necessary.
I know I always ask, but do you got another one on the horizon?
I mean, nothing solid, but like I've got some ideas for sure. We'll see kind of what happens, but I got to say I was kind of quite slightly excited when I heard that like China and Canada have a really good relationship right now, because right now Canadians don't need a visa for China for 30 days. So that's kind of a cool thing. Whereas before it was a bit of a thing to get a visa for China. Yeah. So maybe it'll be started in China.
Cool.
Middle East, there's like
huge country.
Huge. And that's why I really like it. It's because it's a huge country. Like, it's not just like, I'll kind of run out of space.
Would you do Russia?
Absolutely. I would love to. But again,
Russia, they're in a kind of bit of a problem.
Yeah. But I would love to do a country like that.
Have you done Japan?
No. So actually I was planning on doing Japan last year.
A buddy of mine's, one of the guys in the whiskey group, he's moving there in July for like a year and a half.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Wow.
And me and Katie were also talking about saving up for Japan next summer.
Yeah.
I think it'd be such a cool country. The history there is
Yeah.
so long ago, not like Canada.
Yeah.
But obviously the food, I think the woodworking, I would really like to see the temples,
Yeah.
kind of stuff like that. I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah, that was actually my original plan for this trip. I had my flight booked and everything, and then kind of some things came up and changed my plan. So I didn't, because I had my flight booked for beginning of October to Japan, and then I didn't end up leaving until early to mid November, and then by that time Japan was kind of too cold. Like you got to go there in the fall time, or else it'd be biking, in the north. You'd be biking through snow and everything.
Yeah,
So I was
not
like,
ideal.
yeah, I was like, I'll come back and do Japan another time.
Yeah, we'll time it when we're there.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you end up going, and if my buddy Jay's there, I'd be like, call this guy.
Yeah, sure.
He'll have some Japanese whiskey for you.
Yeah, rock up and like
Yeah.
taking a shower or something, or maybe you can point me to a nice bridge I can sleep under.
Yeah, that's true too. Like, yeah, there's this guy Ian. He's out there.
Yeah,
He likes to sleep on the road.
And another thing I thought too about my next trip was like, I know there was a part of me when I was going through this part where, again, like I was staying in a lot more hotels and guest houses than I ever have before. I was like, oh, maybe this is like I don't want to say my reward, but like maybe like just to offset the experience of Africa or something, which was pretty like rugged. Like it was pretty difficult.
It's
in a lot
okay
of
to be
ways.
comfortable sometimes.
Exactly.
Just
So
not
it's
every
like
day.
totally right. So this is like my comfort trip in a way. So I was like, next time maybe I gotta put myself
roughneck.
I gotta put myself back to the
Prove
basics.
to yourself that you're still
that
worthy.
I still got it. Yeah, the 40. I'm still hard as nails.
Yeah, because you're 40 this year.
Yeah, I'm 40 in a couple months. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'll be 40 this year too.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, where you get to join the club?
Yeah, November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm August, so
Yeah.
got a couple months on you.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I don't really care. Yeah.
I kind of don't care. I don't
Yeah.
know. Everyone's like, oh man, as soon as you hit 40, your body's aching. I was like, it aches already. I don't give a shit.
Right.
Like, there's peptides now.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably have friends over in the summer just because November we can't really host outside and the house isn't big enough. So
Yeah.
I might just throw like a summer party and
Yeah.
that's about it.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Maybe
It is what it is.
Yeah, maybe I'll go and bike 40 kilometers or something.
Yeah.
that wouldn't be a thing.
So you got anything else you want to talk about? Any new experiences, book stuff, or anything?
I don't know. I think we kind of touched on.
Yeah, I felt like it was good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, this book was pretty kind of a cool experience. Like I said, you can find it on Amazon. Yeah, like I said, see what happens next with like sharing some more of my trips, like whether it would be Africa or India, whether it be a book that comes out of those or something else. But another reason too was like, cool was writing this book was like to kind of share it with some of these people that I met during this trip too.
Yeah.
It was just like, yeah, just to like, I received so much kindness from a lot of people. So it's just like,
Are you going to mail them your book?
yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, I was going to say it's probably a good idea.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a bit of like a, kind of a thank you
Yeah,
or like
for sure.
it's like, hey, remember me? Just like it's pretty and
Like,
people
hey, look.
yeah, and people's kind of reactions even is like,
Yeah.
wow, that's so cool that you
But
did
did
that.
it.
You did it.
You
Yeah.
did it, yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah, because this is like kind of like a lifetime accomplishment.
yeah.
You
And
know?
that's the thing. It's like this is something I will always have, right? Like just like this kind of keepsake where it's like, yeah, Instagram could easily get wiped out and like,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Only books are left.
only books
Big
are back to basics.
solar flare knocks out all the databases. And
Yeah,
all you
that's
got is
right.
paperback.
Yeah, totally. So it's kind of something cool to hang on for a bit.
Yeah. Well, it's cool because like, friends and family,
Totally. Yeah.
like
That's the thing. Like
Yeah.
even just and that's the thing. Like even just if a few people read it that like know me or something, it's like, oh, it's just very cool to be
what'd
able
your
to share with them.
parents say?
Oh man, my mom
They must have been pumped.
absolutely
Yeah.
super proud of it, and yeah, she's very very happy about it. So it's really cool to kind of have that support from her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations again, man. Glad you made it home in one piece.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, feels
Yeah, I'm
good.
excited to read this. I just got to figure out when.
Oh man, no,
I don't.
yeah, no
I don't
rush.
have a lot of energy at night.
No, I don't.
Like,
Oh, if I read at night, it's just like lights
I
out.
fall asleep in like 5 minutes if I read.
For sure.
But
yeah.
also I fall asleep in 5 minutes if I'm doing anything.
Yeah.
Past 9 o'clock, I'm like,
Yeah. So you've inspired me, yes, to look into the
Audible.
Audible.
Yeah. I think it'd be worth it because
Yeah.
a lot of people do Audible these
For
days
sure.
because, people are driving or,
Yeah, absolutely.
working out, whatever it is. They just, throw it on like a podcast.
Yeah.
And you'll probably be surprised at, how fast you might read this.
Yeah, it's probably only I don't know, maybe 3 hours or so.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's not that.
Yeah, because I like to go to Audible when I'm sick of listening to finding out how weird the world is on podcasts.
Of course.
So like I download like Matthew McConaughey's Green Lights.
It's good, yeah.
It's so good.
Oh, yeah.
I've listened to it probably 3 or 4 times.
Oh, no way.
But like now I have like all the Harry Potter books.
Yeah.
Because it's nice to like get into the fantasy stuff and like disconnect from reality once in a while. But like some of the books are like 24 hours.
Yeah.
You're like, holy
like,
shit, this is going to take me a while to listen to.
This is a commitment.
And there's so much more detail in books versus movies, right? But yeah. Well, congratulations, man.
Thank you, buddy.
This is very cool.
Yeah, thanks.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Awesome. Wrap it up.
Sounds good.
Thanks again, man.
Thank
Always
you.
appreciate you coming on.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Look forward to the next time.
Yeah. I'm excited to hear about the next trip. I think Japan would be cool.
Yeah.
China would be really cool too.
Yeah.
The history there is really, really cool.
Yeah, maybe it'll be Asia, maybe maybe Middle East. Like those are 2 areas that are kind of calling me. But
Middle East, eh?
yeah, I've heard a lot of good things there. I'm pretty curious about that
Yeah,
area.
well, some of ancient history there is amazing.
For sure.
Yeah, it's in that part of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the old temples and everything.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the energy that's there, right? Just like where human civilizations have just been
Almost started.
pretty much. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's really cool to be there. And that's why like I love learning about places when I'm there. Like I'll do
From the people. Yeah.
and just like not more than just from the people. Like I learned a lot about the Vietnam War, like through podcast and history stuff. But it's like when you're actually there in the environment, it's just so much more enriching, right? Like this is where it happened. Like this is where. So that's why I don't really do a lot of research. Like I'm kind of interested in history, but like especially when I'm in the place, it's just like, oh, I can't get enough of it. It's just becomes so fascinating.
I know. I'd like to go to France one day and go to like, D-Day landing on the beach and stuff like that. Because there's like I think there's a museum right off the beach. It's a Canadian museum.
Yeah.
That might be, I think. But like, I'd love to go see stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the kids and, the wife,
Sure.
I'd be like, I'll go by myself.
Yeah, of course.
I'm sure there's a tour you can do.
Yeah.
World War II tour. I think it would be really fascinating to go see like, this is where the boats landed.
This is where it happened.
This is where hell on earth.
Yeah. Totally.
It'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But awesome.
Cool, buddy.
Thanks again, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. Until the next time, and we'll get you back in here again.
I look forward to it.
Cool. Thanks
All right,
again.
buddy.